If you're just waking up or have experienced a shift in your awareness, you are part of a very momentous time. The world is like a big salad, and all the ingredients are being tossed up in the air, and we don't know how it's all going to fall or where it might settle. You might feel like you wish you were still sleeping, as it's easier to stay on the bandwagon that way. However, once you've had that switch flipped, you may want to jump off that wagon. But then what? Going off grid is an option, but not easy and not realistic for everyone. I went the downsizing route, getting rid of debt and stepping out of the 9 to 5. But I'm independent with no dependents and realize this is also not realistic for everyone. One of my cautionary tales is that you don't have to change your outer. It's mostly an inner job. Changing the outer due to preferences or untenable situations can be helpful, though, like leaving a toxic environment or relationship. But ultimately, we can always be looking and listening within. It's great to wake up, but now you need to learn a new way of being in the matrix, and it will be unique to each of us. There's the emotional and mental factors where you might feel you can't tolerate certain things anymore, making the transition even harder. No matter what choices we make, there will be consequences and maybe some fallout. Having been through this, I recommend not being too hard on yourself. Nothing is certain and clear-cut, and there will always be the twists and turns of life. We're told to surrender and not try and control everything, but it's not easy figuring out what the actual surrender looks like. We might think we've surrendered, but have we really? Is it something that can even be figured out? I used to worry about money all the time. Even when I was making a sizable salary, I still always would worry. A big part of it was that I didn't manage my money well, and I loved instant gratification. One day, I just said the hell with it. I'm not worrying about it anymore. It's not helping anything. Once I did this, things did seem to take a turn for the better. But this was just one thing. How do we completely surrender? I'm not even sure I like the word surrender. Even letting go of control sounds unrealistic, which is why I like the term managing logistics. We need to manage our day-to-day responsibilities in society. But can we manage things without control? Just take care of business? I don't know. Some challenges are bigger than others. Things can seem overwhelming, but there are some things we can do. If you're up against an organization, let's say, instead of feeling all nervous or hatred towards it, you can feel calm and ask Source for the best outcome. Do everything that you can, and then, as my friend's mother always said, offer it up. Negative emotions only hurt ourselves. We have to be patient and let things play out. I know that this doesn't always mean we will win the day, but I feel it gives us a much stronger advantage. It also helps to focus on God or Source rather than the powers that be, such as the government. Not meaning not being involved, but rather than putting all your energy on what's seemingly in your way, switch your focus to Source. If you don't believe in God or a higher power, then focus on goodness and a positive outcome. Believe me, I'm not trying to be a Pollyanna. I've been there, and that's why I know how our emotions and where we put our energy plays a huge role. So I guess it's all in how you look at it. Is it a great thing, what's happening to you, or a bad thing? How are you handling it? I understand that our situations are all different, and I don't want to make light of anyone's. Just remember that being committed to becoming light over dark and love over hate is a job well done. We change the macro by changing and healing our micro. It's like we are all a piece of a huge puzzle, and one by one, the puzzle will become whole with all the pieces fitting.